Hi guys, it's Patty. It is Monday, April the 22nd, 2024, and it has been almost 5 years since I've posted a video on my channel. Last video I posted was early October of 2019, I do believe. It was, I think, a meatloaf recipe, or did I do the meatloaf? I did the cashew cake. I think I did the meatloaf recipe. I'm not sure. It's been so long since I've even looked at my page that I'm not entirely sure. October 2019 had me making lots and lots of plans. You know, I was getting ready to sit down and start doing 30 days of Christmas cookies. And a whole bunch of other stuff, you know, Christmas crafts for the kids, a lot of stuff. That, you know, hindsight is always 20/20. And at that point in time, all of that stuff became very inconsequential in my life. Life happens. We walk through it, we deal with it, and we try to move on. And in my case, it's been tough to move on from things. I'll get into the backstory of all that one of these days. No, you know, I'm married. Kids are still around, but I had a couple of big losses in the family. There'll be a day when I talk about that, but and I'm kind of glad. I'm at this point now. I'm getting ready to do a full reset on my entire life. I actually started that reset 2 weeks ago. After an almost 2-year period, I left my job. I had been an independent contractor for almost 20 years, and then I stepped away from that and took a desk job. Cakewalk job, really and truly, other than a few things that I had to do with the industry that I was in. I was in the towing industry at the time. But, yeah, it was a desk job. One thing I didn't like about what happened when I took that desk job is the amount of weight that I started putting on. You know, for most people, you know, when I say it's 15, 20 pounds I put on, most people say, oh, that's not a lot. Well, it is when you're in your 50s, you know, and female to boot. But it's harder to get off the weight. And I became to a slug. I never did anything. I wasn't physically active. You know, I dropped my crafts and everything in 2019 to deal with life as it happened. It was tough. It was not easy. Dealing with death in a family to the extent that we did is never easy for anyone. And a lot of other things happened. As of 2 weeks ago, my husband left his job too. Didn't lose it. He left it. And we are together starting our own businesses. So, and I'm going to support him in what he's doing. I'm going to, you know, act as his office manager, bookkeeper, payables, all that other stuff. Yada, yada, yada. Desk work. But it's going to be something that's going to take me very long to do. But my side, I'm going to kick off Cook, Cut, and Create in a big way. I'm going to do a few things here and a few things there. I got to get some videos put together. And right now I am puppy sitting for my daughter. She is currently in Ohio with her betrothed. Her oldest pup and then his dog. They've left the pup with me. She's 5.5, 6 months old. And so I'm kind of puppy sitting. I'll introduce you to all the doggies and all the animals that we have and everything at some point in the future. But right now, what I'm doing, in part of reclaiming my life and getting Cook, Cut, and Create back off the ground, is I am standing in chaos. My art studio has been a work in progress, oh my gosh, for 8 years now. I hate to say that, 8 years. But yeah, I started in a different building originally. I'm in another building now. I'm in a 12 by 24 building. I have a loft. This is a loft up above here. At the moment, the loft is full of all the belongings that remain of my parents. 2021 was a tough year. Lost both my parents within 5 months of one another. And the anniversary of the first one, my mother, is just a few days away. But I needed something that was going to make me happy, and here I am. I am in my studio, but I'm not creating anything other than try to bring a little bit of calm to my chaos. It became a dumping ground for everything for quite a while. Now I'm sitting here in this building trying to suss out the possibilities. You know, I've always kind of known in the back of my mind for years where everything was going to go. Now it's just time to put it in action. This is going to take me days. I just wanted to bring you guys along, let you know that in the future, in the upcoming, sorry to make it a little bit jumpy there, I'm going to be coming to you with arts, crafts, cooking, a little bit of this, a little bit of that, a whole lot of this, a whole lot of that. But yeah, it's chaos. Absolute and utter chaos. It's I still have lots and lots of work to do. My ceilings I may not get to this year. I don't know. It will happen when it happens. This is Sir Crop-a-Lot over here in the corner. There's a story behind Sir Crop. Sir Crop has been in my life now for 18 years. He came into my life when Cropper's Castle came into my life. That was a business from 2006 that my best friend and I started. We'll get into that one day and we'll talk about all that. But yeah, at the moment, I have chaos. I need to decide what's going to stay, what's going to go, what's going to go where. It's not going to be easy. And because I'm currently holding my phone, I don't have a holder for my phone. And I just figured out earlier where to look at on my phone, so I'm looking at you in the eye. That's been an adjustment. Most of my videos will come to you raw, for the most part, pretty much unedited. As I get further on in this channel, I may, do a little bit editing for the mix for you guys. If you looked at my first 2 videos, thank you. I appreciate it. At one point I had thought about just taking them down, and I decided not to. And I'm kind of glad they're there. And the reason for that is because I can take a look at them and see what I did then, what my plan was then, and decide, I don't like that. I mean, it's fun, but no, it's not true to who I really am. It was more the teacher in me. I was always told that I was good at teaching classes. Craft classes, cooking classes, stuff like that. And I don't want to be textbook and, A, B, C, 1, 2, 3, here's how you do it. Nah, we're not going to do that. We're going to put a little bit of fun into it, put a little boogie in it. We're going to have fun. We're going to try to get this chaos under control. My life, not diagnosed, but I have self-diagnosed adult onset ADD. I'm just saying. It's there. And I know I jump from one to the other. It's there. But, who doesn't get to be, 50-some years old, having raised 3 kids, a daughter's wedding is in a year, without developing a few distraction issues. But you'll find out quite a bit about me over the next few weeks. I'm not sure when I'll put this video out. Guess what I found in all the chaos? A stand for my phone. I forgot I bought this. I guess I bought it 2019 or so. Probably, yeah. The intention of hooking it to stuff so people can see what I'm doing. Hi guys, it's Patty with Cook, Cut, and Create again. And it has been about 3 months since I filmed the first part of that video. And I've not done a lot, but I have done some. This was the really bad area before. I got the shelves down, which is good. I've got a lot to do. I have a lot to do. It's been a lot of weather. It's been hot. Very, very hot. So I'm going to flip you guys around real quick. And let me pause this, get it flipped around, and I'll take you on a quick quasi tour. Okay, here we go. This is my front door. This is one end of my building here. Just all sorts of random stuff. I have so much more to go through to purge. I've got a couple more Goodwill boxes going. I mean, I do believe, I remember that this box here is ribbons. This is just random foam, scraps. Who knows what all's in there. This is tucked underneath there. A staircase that I started building. And the reason I need a staircase is because there is a loft. That loft is packed. I got to go through it. It's been up there now for 3 years. About half of it for 3 years, and the other half of it almost 3 years. That's what's left of my parents when they passed away a few years ago, other than my little generator box here that I run a few things off of. But it's, I still have to get the ceiling closed in, insulated and stuff. For the most part, my walls are done. I've got a box of the flooring to still go up. So yeah, I still have a lot to do. I have a lot to do, folks. But I just wanted to do a quick update. I'm going to add it to the previous video along with some photos. And eventually I'm going to get out there and get some real videos up. Go back to creating. I started creating again with my BFF, who is Crafty Mac. And you can find her on Facebook and YouTube, Crafty Macs LLC, and that's M-A-C-S. Her name is Melissa. She's awesome. So, but yeah, I have a lot. And I have purged a lot. But yeah, I have so much, just trying to get things kind of put to a spot, and then I'll go to purging and organizing. And every drawer, every cubby, every container is full of stuff. I have stamp sets. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think there's 6 or 7 of these containers for stamp sets and die cuts. And there's, in the chair there, that little red container over there is full of them. I have a couple of boxes full of brand new sets I bought more than 5 years ago that I haven't put away. Let me tell you, I've got a lot here. These are Stampin' Up! Ink sets. Stampin' Up! I've got Tim Holtz. I've got Delusions. I have Gina K. I have a lot of different ones. I have random stuff. I have alcohol inks. I have pens. I have, anybody knows what that is over there? I have the original Sizzix die cut system. I've got the big Sizzix Pro, I've got the Spellbinders, and I've got the little ones down there on the bottom, the red in the bottom right corner there. I have all that stuff, and it has been umpteen years since we've been able to use it. I'm ready to get you to it. It has been so hot where I'm at in the Piedmont of North Carolina. It's hard to get out here. I do not have power in my building, and that's how I kind of want it. I am putting a power source in this coming weekend because I do have a split heating and AC unit. So I will have AC hopefully by this weekend. Will make it easier for me to get in here and work. Yay! Because, of that age. And, temperatures, we like it to be Arctic. But yeah, this is, there are stories in every corner of this place. Every corner of this building has a story. And unearthing stuff. There's a cinch machine that I bought, oh my gosh, probably more than 10 years ago. Never used it. I have all the stuff to do it, to bind my own books and scrapbooks, all sorts of stuff. Then I have the original office version that is more than 30-something years old. I inherited from my dad, and I plan on using that. This container up on the top shelf right here, right there, is full of binding combs and the chipboard for the fronts and the backs to create the systems. I have books. I have a Your Story book binder to make my own scrapbooks that are hardbound. Folks, let me tell you, I've got a lot of stuff. And this is not all of what it used to be because I've gotten rid of a ton of stuff. Now, that box right there is a Goodwill box. I've got a Goodwill box there. I've got one buried underneath that stuff. I mean, look at this. I got a shelf that's not even half full of my stamps, my punches. Because I got punches scattered everywhere. It's bad, guys. But I just want to pop in real quick and kind of give you a brief progress from what there was before. To some would say there's no progress. Others would say, yeah, she's gotten rid of a lot. And then you've got me that's saying I have so much further to go. That's like, I have a set of those lamps. They belong to my parents. I don't know if I'm keeping them or not. I do not know. I got a wreath in that bag right there underneath the candy cane. I've got, in one of my other buildings, I've got a bunch of these wreaths, this candy canes that I've made, different styles and stuff. There must be 12 of them that I need to give away. Find home. But yeah, it's getting there, folks, and I will get it hopefully started soon. I am ready to get back to crafting. I'm ready to bring crafting back into my life full-time like it used to be. It's a release that keeps me sane. And I have all this stuff. I've been working on gathering it for, 35, 40 years. I need to use it. I went to, the first time in a very long time today, I went to Hobby Lobby and Michael's both. Spent $90 at Hobby Lobby. Why? Very hot, and I have no AC or anything out here in the building to keep me cool, but I've struggled and I have gotten there. But as you see down there, I have a split unit. The split unit hopefully will be installed in the next 2 weeks, which will make things nice then. It's going to go up there, up above my old store sign. But as you could see from the last time I did a walk around, things have changed a little bit. Now, nothing is organized, but we've kind of got things where they're going to be. These are new paper racks that my BFF gave me. I used to have all my scrapbooking paper, cardstock and such, in Cropper Hopper totes. These are more than 20 years old. More than 20 years old, and it's just time to let them go. Those over here are stickers. There'll be a day I'll purge those. Not yet. Current Halloween display. So, yes, there's a pink flamingo there. There's a story behind the pink flamingo, and yes, I am the one who painted it. I freehanded that. And you can't see all the details in the pink and stuff. But I'll tell you the story about that one day. As of right now, it looks like that this area over here is going to be my stamps, my rubber stamps. I have a ton there that have yet to be put in cases and stuff. I still have to finish the wall here. You can actually see over here, look, there's floor underneath that stair landing. There's a stair landing. There's stairs there that go up to the loft in a way. The whole big box of ribbon I've got to go through. This is all ribbon that is partially used. And I took a load of ribbon and other crafts to Goodwill today, and I'm not going to go through these yet. I'm actually going to take them inside in the air conditioning tonight. I'm going to take them all off the rolls, and I'm going to rebag them. I'll have until December to decide what I'm going to do with those, because I'm not going to do any more of these. It's still stuff I have to go through. These two totes here, yeah, they're going to be kind of urged. It's going to be kind of a purge thing. The bucket and binder down here actually goes somewhere else. It's just here until I can deal with it and get it to where it needs to go, because it doesn't stay here. Its home is actually elsewhere, not even on my property. This box here is a bunch of Disney collectibles I have. They are going to go back in my house into my Disney room / office / deep pantry, etc., but there's no room for them yet. And just so, because you've never been able to see it, there is actually a little 2-person older style wicker table here. Little dinette. That's going to get used, of course. And there's the other cabinet that matches the one over in the corner behind me. The staircase, and I know this because I want full access to this loft, but it's not going to be a situation of where I'm constantly climbing it. So I built the landing last year. Got stair treads and everything, and I got that built. And they're good and sturdy. And then this is actually butted up against that. This is not going anywhere. So the plan is going to be to use this And there's, you know, you can see there's enough of space for a natural step from there to here. So the top of this will be eventually cleaned off. And then walk over here, and then I'm going to put just an itty-bitty type ladder type thing to get me up there. I could have done other things, but I needed something where it was out of my way. Oh, boy. But, yeah, I mean, all these containers, some of them are designated items. Some of them are memory stuff. I need to put in scrapbooks or get rid of them. I don't want to get too bogged down into the sentimental stuff anymore. I haven't looked at some of this stuff in years, but like this right here, this container here is leather. I used to do a lot of leather woodworking. I'm going to get back to that very, very soon. But there's a lot of stuff that I can purge. A lot of stuff I can purge, but a lot of projects also. Oh my gosh, yeah. This box here is paintings that I've done. Pour paintings. I will poke our heads down into it briefly. Look at that. Look at all the pretty colors. Look at all the pretty colors. And I have never sealed them, so that's not good. But look at this one. But yeah, that's a painting pour. I love this kind of stuff. I love that kind of stuff. Ready to get back to it. But yeah, that's got to go to my other building. It doesn't need to be in here. There's tools underneath the table. This table needs to be raised up. One thing I am proud of, I did get my punch shelf up. So that's good. That's still not all of my punches, though, unfortunately. But I'm at the point now where I don't need any more punches. I'm not buying any more. Just like my rubber stamps. I'm not buying any more. Everything that's over here is painting stuff. You know, anything, timber, anything that I'm going to use for paint pours, any kind of painting and stuff, that's all of this is painting. There's also alcohol inks in there. A lot of alcohol inks. I've got unicorn spit right there. So all that kind of stuff is there. Some is down here. Floetrol that I use in the paint pours. Disaster area. The whole place is still a disaster area. It's trying to get in here and just kind of quasi put things where they are, and then I'll get in here and start working. The recliner, I'm still trying to decide it. I have a matching one inside the house. Bought them for my parents about a year and a half before they died, so they're hardly used, and that's... recliners haven't been a thing for me in a very, very, very long time. But anyways, and I even use the underside of the loft. I've got all sorts of interesting gadgets and gizmos up here. I got sticker machines, Xyron makers. That's what all of that from this end up to here is. And these are Ryobi glue stick, glue guns. Love them. This is just stuff waiting to be put somewhere. These units underneath here, this is actually a dryer cabinet for an HD dryer that went out and fits in there perfect. That's Christmas craft stuff in there. That's an impulse sealer. These two, I want to say, unfortunately, one of those is nothing but ribbon, and that's a 36 by 30 inch box. Glass ornaments to do. That's a new Yeti microphone I have yet to use. That's my dad's desktop. I gotta deal with that. Cutting boards, Tim Holtz mats, all sorts of mats. Back in there, all these Christmas boxes for Christmas. This one on the bottom is gel paints, watercolors, etc. That one is one I have to go through. You'll see molds in there. I'm wanting to do resin at some point. That on the side is tile. Now, this stuff over here is mostly Sizzix. The purple container in the back, I'm not 100% sure. Guys, it's Patty. Thank you so much for hanging in there and giving me the patience while I reboot my crafting world. Join me again on Wednesday when I give you further progress updates and give you a sneak peek into a project that we're going to do on Friday. Turning pumpkins into a fall centerpiece, or maybe in a Halloween centerpiece. Join me then. Have a great day, guys. Bye.